So, from Buddhist point of view, then, practice or Buddhist practice is not just something you do with your sitting cross-legged with your eyes closed, but it's how you live your life, and that includes how you speak to your spouse. And we all know that the people who you can do this loving kindness meditation, like people who say, "Oh, may all beings in all realms be happy," except for him. My way. Yeah, so we know it's like very easy to feel like very positive and loving, kind thoughts for people that we don't live with, because they never annoy us and they never do things we don't want them to do or say things. But this is the Dhamma of married life, that we have different characters, different personality, and then if it's a marriage between a Thai and a Westerner, then there are all kind of cultural things as well. So it's a real challenge, and I think people don't realize that marriage is it's a work, it's a job, it's tough, it's difficult, and it's not like in the movies or in the and so that, but this is how we develop as human beings. We're learning how can we communicate with the people that we live with in a good way. Because sometimes people tend to be much more careful when they're outside, because if they're angry and they speak badly, then maybe it comes back to them, and they maybe lose their job or something bad happens. But when you're at home, they're going to forgive you because they love you, So it ends up being that your worst behavior is towards the people you love the most, and your best behavior is towards the people you don't like. So I was saying, don't use your husband or your wife as like a trash bin, don't sort of, get all this negative energy during the day and you don't have anywhere to put it, so, husband, just put it on here, put it on. So, so this is the practice, to be able to recognize when you start to get irritated and angry. And you see, you don't suddenly get angry out of nothing. There's things that lead up to it. And mindfulness practice means that you are sensitive to what's going on in your body and your mind. And you notice, you observe certain pattern. And for me, or for maybe it's some pattern of tension in your arm or in your chest or some, and this is my pattern. This means I start to get angry. And so you can deal with it right at the beginning when it's just very mild irritation. But we also give too much power to other people. What I mean by that is we say, he makes me so angry. Yeah. That's not what happened. Nobody can make you angry. How could someone make you angry? For you to be angry, there's two things. There's the external trigger. It might be something somebody says or something somebody does, but there's also your reaction to it. It's like, I don't want him to do that. I don't want him to be like that. I want him to be something else. And so you have this desire, you want something, and you're not getting what you want. And if you don't have that, as well as the trigger, there's no anger. Okay? So there's always the two things have to come together. What comes at you from outside and what you add onto it. So you don't have very much, you can't do much about other people's actions or speech, but you can do something about your reaction to them. And that's why we practice the Dhamma. This is the test. If you're just sitting alone and having thoughts, kind thoughts, that's easy. But it's when you come out of that you put it to the test. At the same time, I think, people who practice, then often they're unfairly criticized. And people say, "Oh, I thought you were a Buddhist. I thought you were meditating. You're not supposed to get angry." Or So, I give you an answer to this. It's like you've got an illness and you're going to the doctor and you're receiving treatment. Or if we could, like a really extreme, let's say you've got cancer and you're having Jayasaro, you're having radiotherapy. And somebody says, "Why are you still ill? Jayasaro หลายครั้งแล้วทำไมจะยังเป็นมะเร็งอยู่?" It's like, yeah, อยู่ระหว่างการรักษาแต่ไม่เคยบอกว่าหายนะ แต่ว่าเราก็กำลังพยายามแต่ว่ามันก็ยังไม่หายทีเดียวแต่ว่าการที่ยอมรับว่าตัวเองไม่สบายแล้วกำลังรักษาอยู่มันก็เป็นก้าวสำคัญแล้วนะก็มีหวังจะหายได้